Hey folks, welcome back to the Toronto Marlies Insider. The Marlies headed to the CAA Arena tonight to face Belleville Senators in their first road game of the season after a strong 3-1-1 start to the season at the Coliseum. So let's jump into it. But before we do that, we want to give a special shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. SeatGeek is the best place to go if you're looking for tickets to a sporting event, concert or a live show. Click the link below and use code Toronto Marlies Insider, all one word, to get $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek will let you know if the tickets you want are a good value or not with their 1 to 10 rating system to ensure you always get the best bang for your buck. So make sure you check them out and use the promo code Toronto Marlies Insider to save $20. The first period had plenty of action but no goals unfortunately. We did hit a post and a crossbar but we couldn't just get it over the line. The Marlies had 3 power plays in the period and a total of 19 shots but failed to score a single goal. The first period ended 0-0, shots were 19-12 in favour of the Marlies. After 3 goalless power plays in the first, the Marlies power play unit sprung to life in the second with a goal from Topi Niemela. Topi, Alex Steeves and William Villeneuve spread the puck across the ice to open up a lane for Topi to one-time it to give the Marlies the lead.
From distance, Topi Niemela, as they finally solve Sogard. .651 into the second period on the power play. What a shot.
The second period ended with the Marlies leading 1-0. Shots were even at 12 apiece. There was a lot of optimism from the fans in attendance that the Marlies would eventually force open the floodgates and the goals would start flowing. But 1 goal from 31 shots is not exactly promising. On a side note, a huge shout out to Duke's Dog Pound, the unofficial supporters club of the Marlies, who showed up in numbers for the game. The third period was a bit more of a cagey affair, although the Sens never really looked like they were going to go and score. That wasn't until Topi took a penalty for holding, although in typical Marlies fashion, it was a very controversial call. The Sens fans we sat beside said they thought it was a very weak call also. We, along with the other Marlies fans in attendance, certainly agreed and thought it looked more like just some typical battling against the board for the puck. With 3:36 left in the period and 1:22 left in the penalty, Robbie Yarvanty scored to even the game after getting a lucky rebound from Dennis Hildeby. Max Gannett and Matthew Highmore got the assists. The game ended 1-1 after 3 periods, with shots being 12-8 in the third to the Marlies and 43-32 overall in favour of the Marlies. This one is headed to overtime. Just 43 seconds into overtime, the Marlies gave up a 2-on-1 breakaway which allowed Jacob Larson to steal victory for the Sens. The goal was assisted again by Matthew Highmore.
Larson, Highmore cross ice, scores. Larson wins the game for the Senators.
I'm sure most fans in attendance would agree that for the majority of the game, the Marlies looked like the better side and the side that were going to go on and win the game. We did get some solid goaltending from Dennis Hildeby, who playing in only a second AHL game, and he kept the Sens at bay fairly comfortably. However, anytime you have 43 shots on net, you'd be expecting more than a single goal. Getting over 40 shots on net in the AHL is very rare, so to do it and only score 1 goal is very disappointing. But on the flip side of that again, it is encouraging that the lads are getting these looks, but at some stage we need to start converting all these chances. Let's take a look at what head coach John Gruden had to say after the game.
You really can't. I don't want them to worry about just the points. I like the style of play. We had a lot of posts. We had a lot of possession time in the O-zone, and those nights happen. You run into a hot goalie. We took a penalty at 4 minutes to go there, and they scored that power play goal. That was kind of a freaky bounce. And then, we kind of fell asleep in the 3-on-3. But it's a mistake that we'll learn from, and then we'll just we got to go. The good thing is we get to go back tomorrow night.
Yeah, and getting back after it right away is preferable for you and how you want to get at this?
Yeah, I would prefer. I'm sure the guys probably want to get right back right now, but we'll look at some things and see if there's anything we can do to. To maybe make it more difficult if we see the same goalie tomorrow, maybe with some more traffic or something, and then we'll just keep doing what we're doing because I like our style of play. I thought we did a lot of good things. We just didn't get the final result that we wanted.
What did they present to you when they started to push back and the flow of the game changes in their favor? stretches there in the second period. What were they doing that you saw?
Well, we've seen these teams the last 3 teams now. They're a very heavy team. They don't do anything. They don't have much puck possession as carrying it in control. They put a lot of pucks in the corners, and they want the game played along the walls, and they have a big, strong team, so they feel like that's going to give them probably the best advantage. I thought we did a really good job of handling their size and moving pucks quick. Didn't spend much time on our own end. At the end of the day, they only got the power play goal. So not much is going to change. It's just, again, we're just going to do it a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, and hopefully we get a better result tomorrow night.
What can you say about Dennis Hildeby, who ends up taking the loss in this one, but looks solid, earned the 3rd star of the game?
I thought he looked incredible. I mean, it's a second start in the AHL, so I thought he looked comfortable. He looked a lot more comfortable than he did the first time, the first game he played, and it's a good sign for us.
The Marlies' next game is back at the CAA Arena tomorrow against the Belleville Senators. But before that, another huge thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring our game recaps this season. Make sure you click the link below and use our promo code to save $20. We hope to see you all back at the CAA Arena tomorrow, but if not, we'll catch you in the next one.